Hello everyone, it's Tekno Buddy, and here are the 10 new games in June 2026 that are actually worth your time. And honestly, this month has something for everyone, whether you're into RPGs, tactical shooters, fighting games, arcade racers, or just want something chill to play with your mates. I've got you covered, so let's get straight into it. And first up, we've got the Gothic 1 remake, and if you're an RPG fan, this one has been on your radar for a while. So this is a full modern rebuild of the classic Gothic game from the early 2000s. You're playing as a nameless prisoner thrown into a lawless colony with no gear, no reputation, and literally everyone around you ready to walk all over you. And what I really like about this is that it's not trying to become some clean, polished, hand-holding RPG. There are no quest markers, no giant map icons, just a brutal open world that tells you to figure it out yourself. It still looks rough around the edges, and honestly, that's a good thing. And if you pre-order right now, you actually get a free copy of the original classic Gothic game on top of that. Gothic 1 Remake is landing on PS5, Xbox Series, and PC on June 5th. Okay, and next up we've got NBA The Run, and this one genuinely has me excited. So this is a 3v3 street basketball game, and it is nothing like NBA 2K. Think NBA Street, fast, flashy, arcade style, outdoor courts, underground tournaments, you travel city to city building your squad, and the whole vibe is just fun. You can play online with mates or run private tournaments with up to 48 players, which is pretty wild. I can already see this being one of those games where you say one more match and suddenly it's been 3 hours. NBA The Run hits PS5, Xbox Series and PC on June 9th. And if you're after something completely different this month, we've got Solarpunk dropping on June 8th on PS5, Xbox Series, PC and Switch 2. Now this is a co-op survival crafting game, but forget everything you know about the genre. There are no zombies, no horror, no starving to death every 10 minutes. You're building floating homes in the sky, farming food, setting up wind energy, and exploring islands on an airship. The whole world is bright, colorful, and honestly just really peaceful. It's giving me strong Stardew Valley vibes, but in 3D with your mates. It's the complete opposite of what survival games usually are, and I think that's exactly why it's interesting. Then we've got Hell Let Loose Vietnam, and I have to be upfront with you. This is not a run and gun shooter. This is slow, tactical, communication-heavy combat, and I would say it's closer to Battlefield than Call of Duty. And even then, it's more realistic than that. You're creeping through dense jungle tunnels and villages. There are helicopters, boats, traps, and visibility is massive in this game. Half the time you genuinely have no idea where the enemy is. No HUD, no colorful skins, just pure atmosphere and intense squad gameplay. And when I first saw this announced, I honestly assumed it was going to be PC only, so I was really happy to see it coming to PS5 and Xbox Series as well. Hell Let Loose Vietnam is dropping on June 18th. And next up, we've got EA Sports UFC 6 throwing hands on June 19th on PS5 and Xbox Series. And this one looks properly brutal. This is still your full MMA fighting sim, but this year they've really focused on making fights feel unpredictable. Cuts build up over rounds, stamina actually drains and affects how your fighter moves, and grappling finally looks smoother than it has in previous years. Career mode has been expanded with more rivalries and proper cinematic arena entrances too. But honestly, the online mode is where this game really shines. You can dominate someone for 3 full rounds, make one small mistake, and suddenly you're unconscious staring at the lights. It's addictive in the best possible way. Okay, and then we've got Drive Rally also landing on June 18th, this time on PS5, Xbox Series and Switch. Now this already came out on PC last year, but it's finally making its way to consoles. And the vibe here is pure old school 90s arcade rally. Chunky cars, dirt roads, drifting sideways at completely stupid speeds while your co-driver screams directions at you. It honestly reminds me of those old Colin McRae or Sega rally games where you just sent it and hope for the best. There's split screen mode included as well, which is a bonus. It's not a massive AAA release, but it's a really solid pick up and play option when you want a break from the bigger games. Then we've got Dead or Alive 6 Last Round dropping on June 25th on PS5, Xbox Series and PC. The franchise is hitting its 30th anniversary this year, and this updated version brings new fighters, new stages, titan combat and better online. And watching the trailer for this reminded me just how chaotic and fun these games are. 1 second you think you've got the fight won, the next someone's countered you, kicked you through a wall, and somehow you're both fighting on top of a collapsing building. The original definitive edition sold over 900,000 copies and the free version pulled 8 million downloads. So the fan base is absolutely there for this one. And if you're into fantasy RPGs, Fate Keeper is one to watch. This is a dark medieval first-person RPG full of ruined kingdoms, cursed forests and creatures that genuinely hit hard. The combat combat looks heavy and deliberate, lots of dodging, parrying, and timing your attacks rather than just button mashing. And the world looks stunning in that dark, gloomy, broken down fantasy way. NPCs aren't friendly, exploration feels meaningful, and apparently your choices actually affect which factions trust you and how the story plays out. Fate Keeper launches on June 2nd in early access on PC with PS5 and Xbox Series coming at a later date. Then there's Densh Attack, and this might be the weirdest game releasing this month. But hear me out, this is an arcade action racing game where instead of a car, a bike or a skateboard, you're controlling a train, and not a normal train. We're talking backflips, grinding rails, wall riding, huge combos, score multipliers, and this colorful anime energy set across Japanese cities. It looks absolutely ridiculous, but I think it could genuinely be a lot of fun. It's giving me Hi-Fi Rush vibes and the soundtrack goes hard. It doesn't have a lot of hype behind it right now, but this could easily be a surprise hit. Densh Attack releases on June 17th on PS5, Xbox Series, PC, and Switch 2. And finally, we've got Star Fox for the Switch 2, launching exclusively on June 25th. Now yes, this is technically another remake of Star Fox 64. And I know what you're thinking, because what are we on now? The fourth time? But from what Nintendo has shown, this one does look like more than just a straight port. We're talking bigger planets, more open areas, branching missions, fully rendered cutscenes, and new modes to add replayability. Whether that's enough to justify it is a fair debate, but if you've got a Switch 2 and you want a proper space combat shooter, this is it. And that wraps up the 10 new games worth playing in June 2026. There really is something here for every type of gamer: RPGs, shooters, fighters, racers, and a train doing backflips. But what about you? Anything on this list you're actually hyped for, or anything I missed? Drop it in the comments and I'll give you a thumbs up for making it to the end. If you enjoyed this video, check out my other gaming videos next, and as always, like, subscribe, and follow me everywhere. Until next time, peace.